whoa. Stop.
What?
This.
Hey team, I'm very excited to share this video with you today. This is something that we did a couple months ago, transforming our guest bathroom from something that didn't look so good to something that we're pretty proud of now. In part one, which we released a couple days ago, we showed you how we did our painting, both of the cabinets and of the walls. And this video is going to show you what we did to install the granite countertop and the sink and all of the plumbing that went along with that. So stay tuned and see what happened. Today is a very exciting day because we get to open the box with the counter in it. And the reason that's exciting is that we bought this counter before Caleb was born, and Caleb's almost 6 months old now. So we've been planning to do this project for a very long time, and the counter has been sitting in our garage for a very long time, and now it's time to actually see what it looks like. We ordered it online. We think we know what it looks like, but now is the moment of truth. So let's unbox it. That is totally beautiful.
That's cool.
That's the faucet and then the two.
Look at the boxes over here. Listen, look. It's so pretty. So the only thing that's included is that, I think. It'll be exciting to see this in our sink. Well, I mean, in our sinkhole.
What do you think? Do you like it?
This is beautiful. I love the edges around here, and I especially love the detail of how at the edge it slopes down. I think it's extremely beautiful.
The sculpted edges a lot.
That makes
wait.
steps it up a whole lot.
Does it slope down that it's
That's
supposed
fancy.
to be?
Yeah, get on the side and pull it out.
Oh, that's
Up and over, because the sink bowl is lower. And lower it gently down. So one of the reasons we chose this particular counter and backsplash is because it had both a side splash as well as a backsplash. A lot of them came only with a backsplash, but because this is in the corner, we really needed one here as well. And I am so pleased with the way this turned out. These colors are beautiful. It's going to go great with the gray that we painted the cabinets down below, and it looks really nice against this this paint color we chose for the walls. So this is going to be perfect. I am very excited. So now I have screwed all the plumbing fixtures onto the thing and done as much of the plumbing as I can before we use silicone to affix the counter to the vanity. And I'm really pleased with the way the plumbing fixtures turned out. They're really beautiful. This is a Pfister, I think that's how you say it. And the installation was really easy. You didn't need to use any putty or anything. They had a great system with rubber gaskets and things that screws down, and this great push down and push back up drain plug, which I think is going to be awesome. Hopefully the kids don't break that. So now we are going to take the countertop back off, and Carrie's going to put some silicone down around the edges, and then we'll put that down and silicone onto the backsplash and side splash as well. And we should be on our way. 24 hours of sitting and waiting, and we have a bathroom again. Pretty awesome. So I think that went pretty well. I ended up doing the bead of caulk. Sometimes Carrie doesn't like squeezing the caulk gun, so she got us started and then I finished it. And then we decided to caulk around the edges of the side splash and backsplash, in part because there was a gap, but also I think that'll help the water not to run underneath it and get onto the wall. So I think it looks pretty good. What do you think?
That's great.
I'm happy. So we're gonna let that sit overnight, and then tomorrow we'll finish installing the plumbing fixtures, and we're just about there. Go Team Klukas.
Team Klukas.
So last night, as you saw, we got the silicone sealed all around the edges, and we put the backsplash and side splash on. So it's been setting overnight now. All that's left to do is to make the final plumbing connections, which would be the water supply lines and the P-trap for the drain. So we're gonna do that part now.
This part, and then that part.
That's the water supply line. We'll do that, but we're also gonna do this.
Okay.
So
I know. That part goes. Oh, wait. You got that part goes there and that part goes down.
no, that's not gonna work. We have had some problems getting the last bit of plumbing done. I got the faucet installed on top of the counter. I got the handles installed on top of the counter. Everything's in place, but the problem is this sink bowl hangs lower than our old one did, and it hangs further, the drain hole hangs further out this way. And so it's not as simple as just hooking the P-trap back up here, because it doesn't fit. But it's also with a weld joint on the back where it goes into the wall. So I went to 3 different stores. I went to Home Depot, I went to our local Ace Hardware, and finally I went to Lowe's. And finally at Lowe's I found someone who knew what they were talking about, who could give me some advice. So what we're going to do is we're going to saw off this old pipe, and he pointed me to this coupling, this slip joint coupling that's going to go onto the old pipe, and then we're going to cut off the new pipe and stick it in there, and that will regulate for how far out from the wall it comes. And then we got a reversible P-trap for the drain pipe that hangs down low, so it's actually going to go into the low end and then come up to the high end. So now we're going to try this, and we're praying that it works this time, because this has been an all-day situation trying to figure this one out. So saw, here we go. Look at that, that's pretty grody in there. Yucko. Yeah. So here now is our newly crafted P-trap, and I feel fairly confident this is going to work. The moment of truth is coming. We just have to hook up those 2 supply lines to the faucet handles, and we'll give it a whirl. Okay, here's the moment of truth.
Ooh, yucko. Whoa.
That looks like water to me.
Whoa. Stop.
What?
This.
What's that coming from?
That's from her thing.
I need that bucket. You were right, I was wrong.
Flashlight.
So the first time we turned on the water part worked fine, the water supply was working fine, but we had a flood of water coming out of the drain pipe. We hadn't fully tightened the thing underneath, and that was the big problem. But even once we did tighten it, there was a fair amount of drippy leaking going on. So we we've fiddled around with it for another half hour or so, and I think we're dry now. So we have a bucket under the sink, and it's going to catch any drips that do come and give us a chance to see if any drips are coming. But aside from that, I am calling this plumbing project done. So what that means is all we really have to do on this project is put in our toilet paper holder and our towel bar, maybe one or two other things like that, but our project is done. We have a pretty much renovated bathroom at this point. So we'll give you one final look at it with all those pieces in. If you've done a bathroom renovation project, I'd love to hear below what your biggest problem with your bathroom renovation was. For me, it's always the plumbing. But what is it for you? What was your biggest challenge? Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like this video, then please hit that like button because it helps us out a bunch to get this video noticed by more people. So God bless you all, and we'll see you soon.